Premier League is back again. Premier League game week 9. Yes, we are going to see a lot of fixtures this weekend. So let's take a look at some of the fixtures that is going to happen this weekend. Now on Friday, on 24th October, that is today, we are going to see Leeds United host West Ham United. The game is coming up by 8 p.m. Yes, that is what we are expecting to see today. So Leeds United and West Ham United, these two teams, they are still a struggler in the English Premier League because the two of them, they are battling in order not to go to relegation. So it's going to be another game to watch this weekend. Now on Saturday, that is on 25 October, we are going to see Chelsea versus Sunderland. It's another game to watch. Game is coming by 3 p.m. on Saturday. Chelsea Sunderland is not going to be an easy one for Chelsea because Sunderland, they are in the English Premier League already. They invested in a lot of players during the summer, so they are expecting. We are expecting them to give Chelsea a tough time. It's not going to be an easy one for Chelsea, even though they are the one that is staying at home. So we expect Chelsea to pick 3 points from Sunderland, but it's not going to be an easy one. Newcastle United versus Fulham. The game is also coming up by 3 p.m. It's not going to be an easy one for Newcastle United, although they are at home, but they have an advantage. But these two teams, any team can actually win. We don't know the team that can actually possibly win to say the fact, because Fulham can actually upset Newcastle United at their home ground. Now, another fixture is Manchester United versus Brighton. This game is going to be a very, very important and very, very crucial one. Although the two of them, I think their position on the table is just similar. It's not going to be an easy one for Manchester United because we saw Brighton, what they have been capable of doing against big teams, most especially what they did against Manchester City. They beat Manchester City, and also what they did against Chelsea. It's not going to be an easy one. So Manchester United, I think their last game, they defeated Liverpool, and going to Brighton, they are going to have a positive energy. So I'm expecting Manchester United to try to beat Brighton because they are sitting at home. So the game is coming up by 3. The game is coming up by 5:30 p.m. Now another game is Brentford versus Liverpool. Yes, the game is coming up by 8 p.m. on Saturday. So Liverpool, their previous game in the English Premier League is not good. They are having a bad form in the English Premier League, but I'm expecting them to actually try and beat Brentford. Yes, because we saw what they did in the Champions League. So it's not going to be an easy one for them considering they are going away, but they should be able to beat Brentford. While on Sunday, we'll be seeing Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. Yes, the game is coming up by 3 p.m. Also, Bournemouth, they are in the top 4. So it's not going to be an easy one for Nottingham Forest. Although Nottingham Forest, they just sacked their manager. Now another manager is there. Let's see. I don't think they have actually hired another manager, but for now, it's not going to be an easy one for them because Bournemouth, they are in a great form right now. Now, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. The game is also coming up by 3 p.m. Arsenal, yes, they need to beat Crystal Palace to maintain their top of the table. So it's not going to be an easy one for them because Crystal Palace, they are capable of upsetting any team in the English Premier League. They have been in a great form. So it's not going to be an easy one, but we expect Arsenal to pick maximum 3 points from this game, even though if it is 1-0, because they are in their Emirates Stadium. Now, Aston Villa versus Manchester City. The game is also coming up by 3 p.m. Aston Villa, although this season they have not been the Aston Villa we know, but their last 5 games is not a bad one. Yes, not a bad one. So Manchester City needs to try and do something because it's not going to be an easy one for them. Aston Villa is also a big game for Manchester City. It's coming up by 3 p.m. We expect Manchester City to pick out 3 points from here. Wolves versus Burnley, another game to watch. The two of them, they are a struggler. They are a struggler. They are fighting for their survival right now in the English Premier League. The game is coming up by 3 p.m. Everton versus Spurs is another game to watch. Yes, these two teams, they are fantastic teams. So the game is coming up by 5:30 p.m. on Sunday. So it's another game to watch. Spurs, Thomas Frank needs to bring something out from this game. Although he's going away at Everton, it's not going to be an easy one to go to Everton and pick out maximum 3 points. But something they should be able to do to maintain their spot in the English Premier League. So these are some of the fixtures that are coming up this weekend in the English Premier League. If you have any comments, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section.